Hi, I am Ryan Brown. I am the Outreach Coordinator at the College of Earth, Ocean, and Atmospheric Sciences at Oregon State University. And thanks for having us here today to share activities about hazards with you. While I have you, I want to let you know that if you ever need access to an Earth scientist, please contact me because I have lots of scientists who would love to come talk to your classroom. My email is ryan.brown@oregonstate.edu. So the demo I'm going to show you now is the flood demo. And I wanted to let you know that all of the information for the whole thing is located on the worksheet file. And the worksheet includes all the supplies. It also includes a question and answer section that we suggest that you use as a discussion before you start the activity with your students. So if they get through all the Q&A with you, they should have most of the info they need to complete the experiment and also the worksheet. There's also additional talking points that you can use yourself to help them as they fill out the worksheet if there's some questions they have. And then there's also sources if you'd like to go deeper and learn a little more. But for the demo itself, basically what we're doing is we're testing two different landscapes to see which is better in flooding conditions. So in tray 1, we have a urban landscape. That's why you have the foam. So the foam goes in one tray to represent being an urban landscape. So this is like asphalt or concrete. And then in tray 2, we have a natural landscape, which is the sponge that you have in your kit. Also in your kit is a cute little octopus. Yours is a little smaller than this. The octopus for the experiment should be put kind of at the bottom of a tray, and you'll see why in a minute. If you'd like, you can collect some other materials for the students to play around with. This can be done either as a demo like we're doing it here, or students, if you have enough supplies to replicate this, then students can build their own landscapes and try it out at their own desks or in small groups. So yes, you can also collect more supplies so that people can decorate their landscapes. Kids have a lot of fun, teenagers have a lot of fun doing this. Or they can try to build different components of the landscape. Turf is super fun for some of the natural landscapes. If it's soft, terry cloth is very absorbent for the natural landscape. And they love decorating with stuff. So that's an option for you. But the experiment itself is basically, you will need a measuring cup and a watering can as well. So there's 1 cup of water in my cute little watering can here. And we want to put this at a very slight angle. I have about, a little wooden block under it that's about 3/4 of an inch. And you're just going to put your 1 cup of water on the top 1/3. Just kind of pour it as though it were pouring down the hill. Put the whole cup in. And have students observe what happens to the water. Does it run off? Does it bubble up? Where does it end up going? And also ask them what happens to the octopus in this situation. I didn't quite cut this right, but look, oh, the octopus is floating a lot. And then for and then you repeat it on the other side too. So this is 1 cup of water. And I would say put a bunch of this on the sponge because that's kind of the intention of this experiment. And with your little guy here, the octopus is surrounded by water, but a lot less water, not necessarily floating. So after you have these completed, you're going to pick up your tray and dump the water very carefully out into the measuring cup. And lo and behold, on the urban landscape, there is exactly 1 cup of water, which means the landscape held no water. And on the more natural landscape, if you pour the water out of the cup, oh my gosh, It's only like maybe a quarter cup. You can use a measuring cup with measurements if you'd like for this. So actually this landscape held, you know, maybe 2/3 a cup of water in the sponge. I was going to mention the sponge that you get in your kit is not inflated yet, not saturated yet. Make sure that you get it all the way saturated and then wring it out before you start this experiment. So yeah, so if you finish this and that's the end, you know, if you have more supplies, have them go back and change it around and try it again. They can also try to make like a diversion dam if they want, or a reservoir. They can kind of play around with how the water moves in the landscapes. You might also try going a little higher, raising it up and seeing how it works, or going flat. One fun thing to do is to do this outside, and you can just do it on the sidewalk and the lawn and see how it works there as well. So those are some other ones. And then remember the talking points that are in the worksheet should be able to help you as they're going through this and have questions. And I guess that's it. Thanks so much for having us, and have fun with your kids.